Ignition Keys is a new instrument from Komplete 14 by Native Instruments from the Play series. Next-gen hitmaker keys created with vintage instruments and gear for chart-topping pop and hip-hop. My name is Thomas Foster, and in this series we will listen to the sounds of Ignition Keys, and I explain you how you can edit the sounds or adapt them to your track. Good to have you here. Let's go! To load the Ignition Keys, you first have to load the Komplete control. Here you click on this arrow, and now we can load here the sound, or you load first the contact player. And that's what I do, because then you can see here on the keys which key I'm playing. To find the instrument, I type in here IGN. Here is it, Ignition Keys. With a double click, we load it into the contact player. The first thing we can do is we can listen to some presets. We have here, if you click on this area here, you see some categories like bass. In the first category, bass, we have simply one sound called the future bass. And you immediately see here the macros. The first macro is this one here, it's the cutoff, the resonance, saturation, lo-fi, space, and thickness. But you can change these macros and make them your own. One is here that you can't change, that's the balance. With the balance you can say how much do I want to hear the sound A here, and how much do I want to sound the sound B here. So that's the dark bass synth in A, and that's the feel-good synth here in B. And if you go back here to a more normal sound, we could say, okay, I would like to change the feel-good synth with these little arrows here. Or simply by clicking here on the name of this sound and finding here in the browser a new sound. Okay, let's listen to some other sounds. The next category is choir. And here the burned cassette. Now, I had a cassette player when I was a young child, but it did not sound like this. But maybe because it never burned. So let's listen to the epic sound. The Jaya, the Halls of Whale, and the next one here, I'm not sure how to spell it. This is Souls of Tron. The next one here is Winds of Change. So, in the Ignition Keys we have 4 pages. The sounds, the effects, means the sound effects, the sequencer, the macros, and there's a number 5. So in fact there are 5 pages, because the settings here is also a own page. If we click again on it, we are back on the main page. So let's take a look to the sounds page. Here you have A and B. That's the sound A and the sound B. And you can link them, so whatever you do here, you do for both pages if this is linked. Let's check this out. Here, for example, we have transpose. So at the moment, we just do the transpose for layer A. Now we could do it for B. Or we could link them, and now we do it for A and B. Very useful. To come back to the perfect middle, to the default value, simply hold down the command or the control key and click on it, right? So transpose, tune, panning, the volume, I don't have to demonstrate. Here we have some vintage effects like reduce, squash, noise and color. And you can turn them on and off with this button here. Here's a filter with some resonance that is controlled by something else. A key track, so you can say how much the filter is changing if you play higher notes or lower notes. We have here an envelope, so we can fade in the sound. Or make it fast. Also with the curve here, what is very useful. We have the decay and the sustain. So if I bring down the volume of sustain, we can make it extremely pluggy, right? And here's the release, means what is happening if I release the key. Is it short or long? We have the same envelope that you can route to other controllers, like the envelopes. I show you this now with the LFO1. So LFO1 is doing a movements, a constant movements. So let me demonstrate you how you can route the LFO1 to, let's say, this tuning knob here. I would simply click here on modulation LFO1, and now you see this little faders beside the knob. And now I can say how much I want to control the tuning by the LFO1. Now I can change the rate, make it in time. If I click here on this note, right, I can change the waveform. And now maybe we also want to control the filter. Very easy and very useful. You can do the same for velocity, aftertouch, modulation wheel, etc. Let's listen to some more sounds. We had bass, choir. Here is the init sound, so if you want to program your own sound, that's a good start point. And here we have the keys. Let's listen to the keys. The Abyss. Bad Dreams. Here we go. Next one, Bad Reception. Breaking Big. Butter. Chill Vibes. Maybe this is a good sound to demonstrate the SEQ page, the sequencer. So first I click on it to see the page. I take care that the button is on, right? And here I can say now I want to hear the sequencer just on the sound A or B or on both sounds. You can say how fast you want to hear it, the rate. You can swing it. You can change the melody. And the velocity. Now we have a Notenhänger, we say in German. Oh, now it's gone. You can change here the velocity. Bring it down to 8 steps. Change the gate time. And if you want to change the pitch, sometimes it's useful to have here a special root key. Let's say E, and let's make it minor. So whatever I do now is E minor, or I can use something like blues minor. So what I like also very much is the possibility that you can automate here with a separate step sequencer the macros. So I go to macro 1, I bring down the filter, and now we automate the filter here like this. Don't forget to change the amount. Here with some resonance. Here on 5 we have the space. That's a great possibility to make fast, great things. Alright, let's listen to some more sounds. The next category is lead instruments, the 80s wave. Then we have the A side. Then we have the astral projection. The beast mode. The read it by your own. My English is maybe not good enough. A dark button. And very often, if you check out the modulation wheel, something special is happening. Okay, what do we have? Here's the next sound. Day 1. And eclipse. Next category is the mallet sounds. And here we have the diamonds in the sky. Yeah, there is our own FX page. So here we had the sound, the sequencer. So let's check out the FX page. You have 2 EQs, simply click on it and immediately you can change what they're doing. Take care that they are on. Yes, we can turn them on and off here. One for A, one for B, and then we have some effects for A and B. Simply click on it and then you can change what is happening here. But you also can change the effect. So we can go here to cat. And there are a lot of great sounding effects. That's really cool. And you can change the order, something like this. So simply click on these 3 lines here to change the order. Yeah, and for sure you can turn them on and off, right? Okay, let's listen to some more sounds to the organ. There is the hot box. Nostalgia. The next category are the pads. Astro's Link. Dimension 7. Yeah, and there is the macros page. So we had the sound, the FX, the sequencer. Let's check out the macros page. Here you can define what these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 macros are doing. Yeah. We simply click on cutoff to define what the cutoff is doing. At the moment, we have here two layers, the layer A cutoff and layer B cutoff. So both sounds A and B are changing the cutoff. But instead of making a linear line here from bottom to up, we can change this just for one sound, right? So something like this. Or you can remove them. So now nothing is happening. Yeah? Now I can change the name simply by clicking here, deleting the buttons. Thomas Foster, or in this case Thomas Fost, right? So now I have my own name and now I can make something special. So let's go to sound. Maybe we give this link here away. Go to A. Yeah, I want to change this tune knob here with this macro. So I click on this little button here. Now it's blinking. And now I click on the tune knob. So, and you immediately can say from where to where you want to control it. So let's say this is too low. I don't want to play so low notes. So why don't we start here and go just up to here. And now, if I go total down, we just go here a little bit down. Okay. Yeah, and now we see here in the macros, layer A tune. That's what we programmed right now. Okay, let's check out the next category. That's the plug. Next one is the baby cakes. Kiss the Sky. Nice sounds. Yeah, and we take a look to the last page. That's the setting page. You can make the sound mono, legato. You can change the velocity curve. You can make gliding sounds. You can change from where you want to where you want to play the B or the A sound. You can define the pitch band. So at the moment it goes up 2 notes. But we also can say I want to go up like 24. So all these you can make here at the settings page. Let's go to the last categories. We have read and the synth. Many of the synth sounds are using the sequencer. If you don't like this, simply click here. And then you can play your own melody. I created a YouTube playlist for you with all my videos for Komplete 14. You find the link to this playlist in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Always stay creative. Cheers!
We at Mugent have been working hard to create a new plugin that is more musical than anything else out there. We are thrilled to present the Mugent Player. Each instrument in the Mugent Player comes with a composition, MIDI files you just drag and drop into your session, so you can be inspired not only by a sound, but also by an exciting melody or characteristic chord progression. All of our instruments and MIDI files can be downloaded from the cloud. This means that every time you open the plugin, there might just be a new patch or a new MIDI file waiting for you. Simply double-click to load it into your plugin. In addition to the individual instruments, the Mugent Player also has kits. These are arrangements that sound like a complete song. With a single click, you can load all the patches, and as soon as you've dropped the MIDI files into your DAW, you can start using them to create something new. But the most incredible thing is, the basic version of Mugent Player is free. Click on the link in the video description to get the Mugent Player. In it, you will find a large selection of instruments, MIDI files, and kits that you can download for free and start using right away. Get the Mugent Player now and create music inspired by great sounds and compositions. Mugent, to make music.